Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, the scale just won't budge? You eat less, you exercise more, you do everything you're supposed to do, and somehow not only are you not losing weight, but you're gaining it. I get it, I've been there. At 54, I was overweight, constantly battling to try and lose it. But I'd just be left frustrated, exhausted, and honestly, a little hopeless. I'd spent years following mainstream fitness advice. Eat less, move more, burn more calories than you consume. But no matter what I did, I couldn't seem to shift the weight, and I felt like my body was betraying me. But it all changed when I stopped following traditional weight loss advice and made one simple shift. I lost 30 pounds at 54 years old without starving myself or spending hours in the gym. So if you're in your 40s, 50s or beyond and struggling with stubborn weight, I want you to know this: it's not your fault. The real reason it feels impossible to lose weight is because your body has changed. The old tactics just don't work anymore. So let's talk about why losing weight in midlife feels so much harder. The biggest reason? Hormonal changes. Starting in your mid-30s, your body begins a transition called perimenopause, which can last for years before menopause actually begins. And during this time, everything that used to work, counting calories, skipping meals, exercising more, suddenly stops being effective. This is because hormones like estrogen, insulin and cortisol all start fluctuating, causing your metabolism to slow down. Your body becomes more prone to storing fat, especially around your midsection. And the worst part, even if you eat less, your body still holds on to weight because it's working differently than it used to. And this is where so many women get stuck. We think, okay, I just need to eat even less. So we start restricting. We cut back on meals, skip breakfast, and push through hunger. But what happens? Cravings skyrocket, energy crashes, and by the end of the day, we're so hungry that we just end up binging. That's exactly what happened to me. I'd tell myself I was being good all day, eating almost nothing, snacking here and there to get by. Then dinner would roll around and I'd eat a huge carb-heavy meal because my body was so deprived and I was starving. And if I'd managed to stick to my diet all week, by the weekend, I was so exhausted from restricting that I'd reward myself with wine, crisps, or whatever I'd been avoiding. Then I'd feel guilty, promise myself I'd be stricter next week, and the cycle would start all over again. I wasted years doing this, years of feeling stuck, exhausted, and frustrated. And it wasn't until I made one shift that everything changed. Instead of focusing on just eating less, I started focusing on eating to support my metabolism. Because here's the truth, cutting calories isn't enough anymore. As we age, we lose muscle, something called sarcopenia, and muscle is what keeps our metabolism high. When we were younger, we can just cut calories and still burn fat because our muscle mass is higher. But in menopause, we're already losing muscle every year, so if we just eat less, our metabolism slows down even more, making weight loss almost impossible. So I completely changed the way I approach food. I stopped starving myself and started fueling my body with real, nutrient-dense meals. Instead of grazing all day on snacks and eating one big meal at night, I switched to 3 full, balanced meals a day. And let me tell you, I've never felt so full while losing weight. I started prioritising protein with every meal because protein is the key to maintaining and building muscle, which keeps your metabolism strong. I made sure every meal had enough protein to keep me full and energised. And instead of feeling deprived, I actually felt satisfied. And the craziest part, the cravings, the binge eating, the constant battle with food, it all disappeared because I was finally giving my body what it needed. Another huge mistake I made was thinking exercise alone would fix everything. I thought, if I'm not losing weight, I must not be working out enough. So I started exercising more, pushing myself harder, spending hours on the treadmill, doing intense workouts every single day. But instead of losing weight, I felt exhausted and stuck, and now I know why. When we overtrain, especially on menopause, it raises our cortisol, the stress hormone, and high cortisol makes our body hold on to fat. So instead of over-exercising, I made a shift. I cut down on my workouts to 20 or 30 minutes of weight training 3 to 4 times a week. That's it. No endless cardio, no crazy HIIT workouts, just simple, effective strength training to preserve muscle and keep my metabolism strong. But the real game changer, I started moving more throughout the day. Think about it. When we were younger, we were always moving, walking everywhere, chasing after the kids, running around all day. Now, most of us spend hours sitting at a desk, in front of the TV, on our phones. I realised that I didn't need more exercise, I needed more daily movement. So I made walking a non-negotiable. Just a daily walk, no pressure, no rules, just movement. And walking is the most underrated, effective way to lose weight. It's low impact, easy, and a great way to double a day's calorie burn. And once I started prioritising it, the weight finally started coming off. Stress is one of the biggest yet most overlooked factors that make weight loss harder, especially in midlife. As women, we carry so much on our shoulders. We're raising kids, we're managing a household, we've got a job, and we're trying to be there for everyone around us. And on top of that, we feel the pressure to fix our bodies, to lose the weight that suddenly won't budge, to push through exhausting workouts, and to restrict our food even more. But all this stress wreaks havoc on our hormones. High stress means high cortisol, and when cortisol is high for too long, our bodies go into survival mode. We store more fat, particularly around the belly, our cravings go through the roof, and our energy crashes. It's a vicious cycle that leaves us feeling drained, frustrated, and stuck. But I realised something powerful. Weight loss should not stress you out. Once I stopped treating weight loss like a battle and instead focused on simply living a healthier lifestyle, everything changed. I stopped obsessing over calories. I let go of extreme workouts that left me exhausted, and instead I made small, sustainable changes. I focused on eating balanced meals that kept me full and satisfied rather than starving myself. I started moving my body in ways that I enjoyed, getting stronger instead of just trying to burn calories. I actually fell in love with the process, and I have never felt better. I spent more time being active outdoors, I prioritised sleep, and I did simple things to lower my stress, like limiting screen time before bed, taking a magnesium supplement to relax, and keeping my room cool at night. These small habits made a huge difference in my stress levels, and when my stress dropped, so did my weight. Because the truth is, when you enjoy the process, when you stop fighting against your body and start working with it, weight loss happens naturally. The more I focused on feeling good, the more the pounds melted away. So that's it, a few of my weight loss secrets that you can start implementing into your own life and finally get that slimmer, more confident version of you. I hope you enjoyed the tips in this video, but if you're interested in getting the exact step-by-step guide that I use to lose 30 pounds on menopause, then make sure you check out the Lady Change. The Lady Change is my weight loss program where I will personally coach you through your journey, as well as giving you all my weight loss workouts, meal plans, and much more. And the best thing about it, it's completely free to start. There's already over 1,000 ladies inside, all losing more weight than they thought was possible before joining, like Cheryl, Diane and Karen. So what have you got to lose? You can start your free trial now by clicking the first link in the description. That's all for today, ladies, and I'll see you in the next one.